Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session designed to change the relationship with alcohol. And it was created for a client that had gone through a very stressful time and was finding that more and more frequently they were using alcohol as a way to cope with stress and to have a feeling of relaxation or relief to deal with the stress. And that can be a slippery slope, but this individual client was intelligent enough to kind of see where it could be heading. So there were times in their life where they had a really positive relationship with alcohol, and many times that they had the no desire to have alcohol at all and were fine with that. So what you're going to be listening to in this session is a way of tapping into the same way of thinking and this element of not feeling like it's a struggle and not feeling this fear of loss, but just being aligned and having so many alternative ways of dealing with stress before alcohol is even a consideration. If you are struggling with alcohol, then it's worth scheduling a free 30-minute consultation call with me to explore how hypnosis has or could work for you. Something worth sharing is that I have been teetotal. I don't drink any alcohol, haven't for about 4.5 years. So not only am I a hypnotherapist, but I'm someone that has created a different relationship with alcohol myself. In my case, it's no alcohol at all, but I work with clients all the time to moderate their drinking or just change the relationship so it becomes a choice rather than a necessity. For now, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow feelings of any worry, stress, or tension to leave your body in your outward breath. So simply by breathing in and breathing out, you start to release that tension now. In fact, I want you to try and create tension inside you. You can create it in your hands and your arms by clenching your fists. You can create it in your jaw by gritting your teeth, around your eyes by making a intense facial expression. And try and create a feeling of stress there in your chest. And then as you breathe in, imagine breathing in a resourceful feeling. And as you exhale, just relax all of those muscles, feeling that tension leave your body. As you breathe in and breathe out, now that you know where tension is in your body for you, accept that breath by breath, that stress, that tension, particularly around your eyelids, is leaving your body in your outward breath. I want you to imagine tension in your body almost like crystals of ice. And imagine this resourceful feeling that you're breathing in is warm like the sun and it's just melting away feelings of tension in your body. Really picture the crystals of ice locked into your muscle tissue. And then I want you to imagine South Beach in Miami. I want you to imagine you're on the beach, on that white sand, seeing the ocean, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin, and feeling that the sun is melting away the feelings of tension in and around your body, enabling you to go deeper and deeper relaxed. I want you to imagine that somewhere on South Beach is a door just hovering there on the sand, not connected to a building. And I want you to imagine walking through the door, and behind the door is a spiral staircase down into a room that represents a part of your subconscious mind. I'm going to count down from 5 to 1, and you're going to imagine walking down the spiral staircase, and with each step, feeling 10% deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it, going through the door. 5, taking steps, feeling that tension is leaving your body. 4, another step down the staircase, deeper and deeper relaxed. Arms feeling limp, loose, heavy. 3, that's it, further down the staircase. Internal organs like heart, lungs, stomach, all relaxing. 2, deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. 1, getting to the bottom of this spiral staircase, seeing a hallway, walking down the hallway into a new room, a large, empty, well-lit room. And I want you to imagine there is a familiar face from your past. Maybe a family member, someone that you recognize and know, and they're there to give you a message that relates to your relationship with alcohol. And perhaps they're telling you that they're worried about you using alcohol as a way to deal with stress. They have a feeling that the way in which you're using alcohol could take your life in a direction that isn't good for you. And if you agree with their sentiment that using alcohol as a way of dealing with stress could steer you in a direction which is disadvantageous for your future, just let me know by nodding your head. I want you to get a sense that you're feeling deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it, particularly around the neck and the shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. And I want you to imagine here in this empty, well-lit room is a large screen. Could be a TV screen, could be a projector, could be a small cinema screen. And this screen is going to offer alternative ways of dealing with stress that don't involve alcohol. I want you to imagine seeing yourself on that screen, a version of you that seems to be guided by some kind of invisible force. And I want you to observe yourself on that screen looking stressed, being bothered by something. But look at you dealing with it in a different way. Perhaps you see yourself going for a walk. And at the point where you return from the walk, see yourself looking satisfied and relaxed, and that the stress is completely gone. Imagine a different scene. Again, you're stressed for a different reason. But perhaps in this case, you see yourself on that screen rowing. Not in water, but perhaps on a machine. And changing your physiology, your breathing rate, your movement activates the principle that motion creates emotion. And therefore, you're not able to feel the same levels of stress. In fact, you feel a sense of accomplishment and wonderful that you're moving your body in a different direction. Maybe see yourself on that same screen using something like a balance board and feeling the satisfaction of learning something new. Or perhaps see you on that screen tying up loose ends or tidying and cleaning. And notice that in that version of you, the stress also goes away because you're able to take control of your environment. Sometimes when people get stressed, they have this irresistible urge to organize their desk or organize their sock drawer. And it comes from the idea that by taking control of one area of your life, it gives you a feeling of being in control of much more areas of your life. You're priming your unconscious mind to feel empowered, and the stress goes away. Maybe see yourself working on a proposal, working on ideas, plans, a strategy. Again, taking control of an area of your life that will take you towards a wonderful, positive future. Maybe see yourself talking to a friend or family member, getting engaged in really meaningful conversations. And notice that when you do that, your body language has changed, your facial expression has changed, and you seem to be seeing yourself dealing with stress in so many different ways. Or maybe it's something as simple that you see the next time that you're stressed, you see yourself reaching for a book rather than a bottle of wine, and turning the page feels more satisfying than pouring a glass, and immersing yourself in a story or new ways of thinking feels more satisfying than the taste of something that has a reaction with your body anyway. I want you to get a sense that your intuition has been guiding you away from alcohol for a while now. A biological reaction to drink, thoughts that have been popping into your head. And sometimes, the more you ignore your intuition, the louder and more intense it needs to become. And I want you to imagine stepping into that screen in that room where something happens and you start to feel stressed. And I want you to think that you have so many options available to you. But notice that you're connecting with your intuition as to what you should do. It's your intuition that will lead you towards going for a walk, or using a rowing machine, learning something on a balance board, or tidying and cleaning, working on a book or reading a book, or connecting with someone. Just allow your intuition to steer you in the right direction. But in each and every case, it solves the problem of stress quicker, more effectively, and without any downsides. Leave the screen and then see what you would look like 40 days from now. 40 days of not drinking. 40 days of exploring other ways of dealing with stress. I want you to get a sense that you are unlocking the power of your unconscious mind to create a contract from your unconscious to your conscious. Something where, when agreed, you commit to something that enables you to reset a relationship with alcohol to enable you to take something off the table, to really explore all those other alternatives that could help you in much more powerful and profound ways that will also improve your health, well-being, and particularly the relationship from yourself to yourself. And if you're ready to agree that contract from your conscious to your unconscious mind, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to imagine somewhere in this room is a desk and a contract and a shiny pen, and I want you to imagine picking up the pen and signing this agreement not to drink for at least 40 days. And if all parts are agreed with this agreement from yourself to yourself, imagine signing your name, dating it, and the agreement is set. And when you've done that, let me know by nodding your head. Now it's time to leave this room. But you leave knowing that alcohol isn't necessary, because you have so many different ways to deal with stress and to feel wonderful feelings of relief, accomplishment, and satisfaction. As you leave the room, you walk down a corridor, seeing a spiral staircase. And as you climb the spiral staircase, leaving another door out onto Miami's South Beach, seeing the buildings on one side and the ocean on the other, the white sand underneath your feet, and feeling you're embarking on a new chapter in the book of your life, a chapter where you establish a dynamic of choice, options, and alignment, and take all those wonderful feelings back to the present as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get a sense that you're physically in the present moment right now, listening to my voice as I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.